Heading up the Tillis Hill. It'll be a good night. One of the few cool nights before the long hot summer begins. And on a country road, gotta like that. This hiking, camping outing for me today is kind of one that I want to be philosophical and reflective. As I turned the mid-century mark, it's kind of hard to believe I actually made it here to mid-century age. But you kind of learn some certainties in life, and you gain that wisdom that everybody says you're supposed to gain as you get older. And there are a few things, such as the more I learn, the less I understand. Another one is people that you used to know become people that you knew as time goes on. And become a little bit more wise. You realize that life isn't always going to go lucky for you. You're going to hit heartbreak and disappointment at times. And that's always one of my sayings is, much of life is heartbreak and disappointment. Everything else is luck, the grace of God, and hard work. But I made it to this mid-century mark, so at least I got that going for me. And just enjoying God's creation in the woods today. What I call good medicine. My favorite time to hike in the woods is dawn, the early morning. But my next favorite, and it's not one I get to do a lot just because it's so busy and you're always worried about getting back to camp and wanting to cook and stuff. But it's also another magical time, is as the sun's setting and to be out in the woods. The animals are getting the last little bits of food before the night starts, and then the creatures of the night start to come out a little bit early. And it's a beautiful, calm time of the day, just like the dawn is. And I really enjoy it a lot, and I'm really enjoying this late afternoon hike. Probably about an hour before sunset. It's just beautiful. The transcendentalist writer Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Beauty has its own reason for existence." And this is what I call beauty. Sticking with my thoughts on philosophy this late afternoon, the early Greeks, early peoples, they observed the natural world. And the natural world has so many examples of our philosophical and religious beliefs across the board with all cultures. The sun rises and comes alive each day, and at the end of the day dies and rises again the next day. So just in nature itself, there's so many examples and clues to religious and philosophical ideas that you can connect with in the natural world. So when you're in the natural world, it revives you physically because you're walking and hiking. Mentally, you're clearing your mind, but also spiritually, because you can see so many examples of the promise of life continuing, spring, summer, fall, winter, and then spring returns again. It's all good medicine. Just an awesome sunset. Tillis Hill. Beautiful. Amazing. Sunrise. My favorite time of the day. I don't know why so many people aren't morning people. It's the most peaceful time of the day. It's so relaxing. It's hard to be a morning person because in the modern world you're surrounded by grouches who don't want to be up yet, but I embrace the morning. It's beautiful. Whether things are good or bad, happy or sad. It's a beautiful morning. Heading out on the back road and out to do some hiking. Hopefully see some new stuff. New trail I haven't been on before. And hopefully come across some interesting things. I'm out on the trail, and part of the trail comes up to some private property. There's an old abandoned Jeep out in the woods. I bet you that Jeep has lots of stories to tell, riding around on the back roads around here. But its days are over. Got up about 5:15. Watched the sunrise over at camp. Now out on the trail early morning. It probably won't come out really nice, but it's neat to see all the sun coming through all the pines and the oaks. It looks really cool. Hopefully it'll come out nice on the video. It almost has that Thomas Kincaid painting type of look to it in the video camera here, where the light coming through and filtering through. It's really neat. It's a beautiful day. Well, the trail markings have gotten pretty bad. It's kind of weird. They have a trail marker here, and if you walk through there, you're going to get lost because that's not the trail. The trail's actually here. So I made, it's probably hard to see, best I could, a little arrow so I know which way to go when I come back. I put a little stick hanging up here. I know it's blending in pretty good. You probably can't notice it, but if you were here, you'd be able to figure it out. And it's all, you know, whatever materials you have to make a little marker is what you have. There's no rocks around here, so I have to use pine cones. That's the, there's lots of those. Either magnolia leaves or pine cones, but it's always good to look back when you're hiking and make sure the markings are good on the way back, so you don't get lost. Well, another camping and hiking adventure comes to an end. But it's always good medicine when you're out in the woods. Recharge your batteries. It's good for the soul. Good for the mind, good for the body. Good stuff.